Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to Marketing Matchmaker. If you're here to grow your business, scale your revenue, and build a brand that supports your life, not competes with it, you're in the right place. I'm Jennifer Tamborski, digital marketing strategist, fractional CMO, NLP master coach, and your go-to guide for turning hustle into clarity and strategy into actual freedom. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever found yourself thinking, ugh, this year is basically over. I'll start fresh in January? If so, hold up for a second. I'm about to completely flip that script on you. You can see we're in the last 8 weeks of the year, and for most service-based business owners, this is when they quietly check out because they're tired, because they're overwhelmed, because the holidays are coming. And listen, I get it. You've been doing a lot over the last year. And yet, here's what I want you to hear today. This is not the time to throw in the towel. This is the time to slow down with purpose and prep like the CEO you are. If you haven't hit your goals yet, you don't need more hustle. You need clarity, alignment, and a plan. Because waiting until January, that's the exact move that's going to keep people stuck where they are for at least another 90 days to 6 months. Look, I get where you're at. I've been there before. I've checked out in Q4. I've said, forget it. I'll start fresh in January. And you know what ended up happening? It made the first quarter of that next year a hell of a lot harder. I lost momentum, I lost clarity, and I had to basically start from scratch. And in the last few years, I've had a system in place, and I help my clients get a system in place so that I get to step away from my business to enjoy my family, to rest, to reset, and still make money. That's what you do when you're a strategic CEO. You make a plan now for what you want to happen next. Most of my clients, before they come to me anyway, treat quarter four like a desperation mode. They throw together last minute Black Friday sales. They slash prices. They panic post on social. They try to make it before the end of the year, or they just give up entirely. I have seen this way too many times. So many people come to me saying there's just not enough time left. I've tried everything, which, let's be honest with ourselves here, is totally not true. Or they say things like, no one's buying right now. Meanwhile, I've had clients sell $12,000 with one simple strategy because she stayed focused, strategic, and continued momentum. The season's not a dead time. It's a decision time. The truth is you don't need a full rebrand or a flashy launch to end this year strong. In fact, at this point in the year, I would suggest not doing either one of those things. You do need to stop reacting and start choosing. There is a big difference between reactive growth and intentional growth. Reactive growth is when you panic because your revenue dips. So you throw something together hoping to save the month or the quarter or the year. You discount, you over-deliver, you work 12-hour days because, quite frankly, you're scared. And it often leads to feeling like you're living on a roller coaster. When we take a step back and grow with intention, it sometimes feels slower. And yet it's way more powerful because it's rooted in clarity, in systems, in strategy. You know what to focus on, so you're not scrambling. I had a client a couple of years ago launch a live webinar on New Year's Eve. I know, most people would say, don't do that. And she trusted her audience. She leaned into what had worked for her before and stayed consistent. And she sold out her January program and made $80K in 1 week because she started early and didn't give up. That's the power of intentional moves. Even at this time of year, when you feel like there's so many other things going on, taking a step back and really mapping out what you want the rest of this year and the fourth quarter to look like is going to be so important for you. So if you only have a few hours a week between now and the end of the year, here's what I'm going to tell you to focus on. Create a buyer funnel. You don't need to post 24/7. You don't need to network 24/7. What you do need is a system that brings in leads and converts them into buyers while you get to live your life. And in all honesty, you can build and run a simple tested funnel in less than 7 days. Even with low-cost ads, I've seen clients get incredible results. The second thing I'd recommend is to schedule your content and emails to sell for you. Because this isn't just about being constantly visible. It's about smart, intentional messaging. A couple of scheduled posts plus some strategic emails can keep you at top of mind while you rest. That's the whole point of automation and technology. It allows you to step away. Can you freaking imagine trying to run a business manually these days? You would never get anything done. Or like a lot of my clients, when they come to me trying to do everything manually, they just burn out. The third thing I tell you to focus on at this time of the year is to tighten your message. Most times when you're struggling with lead gen, you need to hone in on who you want to work with, what they're actually struggling with. Really focusing in on your messaging is what sells. I have had clients close 12K clients in 30 days by just doing that, really focusing in on their messaging. And it is totally possible, even with the end of the year time clock running. You don't need to reinvent your entire business. In fact, I would bet your business itself, what you do, who you do it for, and how you do it is incredibly well made. What you get to realign is your message, automating your leads, and really leaning into creating a system and a structure in your business that allows you to be able to step away and enjoy your family while your business continues to run. If you're thinking, what's the point? I get it. At this time of the year, oftentimes you get defeated. It feels like you have run the gamut through the year and you've done everything. And I promise you, that's probably not accurate. Here's what I'd say. The year is not over. You may feel behind, but you have a whole lot of time left to get ahead. And you don't need a miracle. You need action and movement to take your business where you want to go. Small shifts now can create massive impact in your business. And waiting till January, well, I promise you that's just going to delay where you actually want to go. Every day you wait pushes your goal further away. Starting now actually will give you momentum and clarity heading into Q1, and it will also allow you to finish out this year incredibly strong. I am telling you right now, I have clients make their entire year in the last 8 weeks of the year. Look, I want to avoid telling you to work 12-hour days or build a brand new funnel from scratch. It's unnecessary. Right now, I'm more in reflection mode. I'm looking at what worked in my this year and making tweaks on what will happen for next year. I'm also launching and testing new funnels based on that data that I'm given. so that I can continue to grow and scale my business, even while I'm hanging out with my family. This isn't because I need to fix anything. It's because I'm building momentum for next year before I even get there. That's the difference. Even if you don't end your year at the point you wanted to, continuing to move forward gets you a whole hell of a lot closer than if you give up. If you're sitting there nodding along and thinking, where do I even start? That's exactly why I created the 20K Clarity Call. It's a one-on-one session where we focus in on the one thing that's blocking your growth so you can end the year with clarity and momentum instead of spinning your wheels. You'll walk away with a clear, actionable item that fits your business right now and helps you to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. The reality is you don't need more ideas. You need the right strategy for you. Head over to 20kclarity.com and sign up for your call. The end of the year doesn't mean the end of your growth. You're not late. You're right on time. And if you want to scale sustainably next year, start by making one powerful strategic move today. Lean into what has worked for you in the past. Double down on it. Drop what didn't. I promise you, taking action will help you in ways that you never thought of. And if this episode gave you the push you didn't know you needed, do me a favor. Share it to your stories and tag me so I can cheer you on. And if you're serious about ending the year with clarity, momentum, and a real plan to scale, leave a review or hit follow so you don't miss what's coming next. Because trust me, we're just getting started, my friends.